And with that, welcome to a tributary to Kanaka Creek, known as Thornvale. And there it is. It may well be the #1 coho producer in the Kanaka Creek watershed. It's got a really good stable flow. Comes into Kanaka across from about where 110th Avenue is. And a really cool project is what's known as the Donovan Ponds. There's a series of 3 of the ponds. We're at the lower one right now. And what we're going to do this afternoon with the peanut gallery overhead looking down, of course, is some minnow trapping. And we'll just go through the procedure about that. First thing I want to stress is you need the right permitting. We have that in place. It varies from place to place whether we're dealing with anadromous fish or not. These are what we call G minnow traps, and they come apart into 2 sections. Just have to pardon the view here because this is not a GoPro. I'm holding this camera by hand. So there we go, we got it apart, and these clips kind of hold them together. And there's a clip here on this end which holds the whole thing closed. It's the dead of winter, so I've got some salmon roe in each trap and a pretty good chunk in each one because the water is kind of cold. It's probably around 4 or 5 degrees today. So I want to have a lot of enticing smells in that trap because we're going to fish it overnight, and hopefully by tomorrow when we come back we'll have something in here. So during warmer weather you can probably get away with fishing these things in some cases for just a few hours to see what you've got. But when it's this cold, I prefer to do them overnight. And what we want to do here is double check our twine, make sure it's quite good and strong, it hasn't frayed. And even though they're going to be right over there in a place that's obviously not going to flow too hard, we want them quite secure. So we're going to tie them off onto something that's not going to move, like a big heavy log or something similar like that. You definitely don't want to set them out in the creek if you've got a lot of rain in the forecast. That's a no-no, because your traps get loose, they're going to fish probably forever. So let's get down and set these things. So we've locked our hook and our other hook together over there, and we're just bringing these 2 ends together, and this one's ready to roll. So the way it works obviously is you've got a hole on each end, so the fish find their way in there, and then the theory is they can't find their way out, although obviously sometimes they do. So we're going to set the other one and then we'll deploy them, and we'll be fishing. In case you're wondering, that was the official eagle call of fishing. Well, that didn't get up there by itself, but she spawned all right. The tail's all worn out. And another one down there. Really, really nice little water course. Anyway, traps are fishing. We will see you tomorrow. Welcome back to Thornvale Creek. It's day 2, and we're going to check our minnow traps as soon as the students get here. We're going to hold off for now. So while we're waiting, I'll point out a few things. So there we got red alder that came down fairly recently. We've had some pretty good windstorms, but not as much as we can get. And take a look here how it's broken off and landed in the water. So we're not going to touch that. That's providing some pretty good habitat, and if you look all the way down, you'll see evidence of others that have either floated here or more than likely fallen down. And what it does is it mixes up the habitat and gives you a really good combination of little tail outs for that spent coho salmon over there. You know, and you got a bit of calmer water for your juveniles, and little places to hide underneath the cut banks, even some holding water for your adults. So it's a nice, real mixed bag. So you got your backyard stream, maybe in the ravine behind your place or something like that. And if a tree falls down like this, it's actually a really good thing. So you want your creek to be complex and quite messy the way this one is. It's just a beautiful piece of habitat. Lots of good spawning gravel. We can take a look down there. About the right size, right depth of water, and that will attract your spawners. Keep a good flow of eggs going through the, or flow of water, I should say, through the eggs and the elephants all through the winter until they emerge next spring. But the tension's mounting. We will pull the traps shortly. That hill's something else, isn't it? What do you all got to go back up there?
Well, it goes that way.
So we're pulling the second trap.
Yo, put them in.
We have something in here.
Oh, it's chum. Yeah, it's caught on the...
Let's just put that, take the clip off of there. And we'll just take this half over. That's right.
Thanks, you got really shit style. Ew, what is that?
There we go.
Wait, are we talking about the same one?
Nice.
She's so sweet. Every time I see her.
It's probably the easiest way is pass this thing around. What we have here are juvenile coho salmon. And who would ever believe
Oh, there's still one in the trap.
that
Grab them.
is salmon habitat?
Didn't want him to suffocate.
So after we finish observing these, we'll get a count on them. We'll estimate the size and the size range because that can tell you how productive your water body is. And then we'll release them back in the pond and they'll chill here till probably next May, head to the ocean. And these guys will be back here in probably 2025. So that will do it. The fish have been released back into Donovan ponds here, and they're going to be in here till next spring, as we mentioned before. And the size of them is all about the same. They're about all 5 centimeters long, which is a good thing. It means this habitat's performing pretty well. So thanks for watching. We'll talk to you next time.